Well, back with you, and thanks for staying on with us here on the Newsfeed PM. Celebrating New Year's Eve by repurposing Christmas leftovers, or at least having a braai on New Year's Eve, as many people do, but being able to repurpose what you were consuming during the Christmas time. Is that even possible? Well, Chef Itumeleng is here with us, and hopefully she'll let us in on that. Chef Itumeleng Moeti, good to have you, and thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, first, just that practice itself. Is that an age-old practice? Is that something that we have been doing in South Africa, or do we eat everything on Christmas and hopefully spend a little bit more on Christmas Eve?
No, surprisingly, there's abundance on Christmas in particular, unlike so many other periods during the year.
Yeah.
So you'd find people ideally go home, and all the aunts, all the brothers, all the children, grandkids are home, and everyone brings something.
Right.
And when you find at the end of the day, what people consume on Christmas Day after the celebrations of Christmas are left over, and usually food goes to waste. And we're trying to, encourage the culture of repurposing and reusing your leftovers in preparation to another big event that's coming in a short period of time.
Yeah.
So it's quite ideal to reuse and not complicate food during New Year's, because already during Christmas, everyone, just...
Yeah, one would say Christmas is no longer the same. You see, before, Christmas used to be a community thing, so all the kids from the street used to come and they would eat everything and nothing would be left over. But I suppose now with families being smaller and just celebrating, but bringing a lot of food,
yes,
it
definitely
leaves a lot of leftovers.
Yeah.
How much planning, though, does that require, ahead planning, as to what is non-perishable that can be able to at least sustain for the week just before New Year's Eve?
Yeah, I think what is ideal in our families, if there's bulk of a supply in bulk of anything, one, blanch, whatever you can blanch, refrigerate or keep frozen, so that you can use it longer. If you are unable to do that, or if it's food that has to be used in a short space of time, rather like fruits, you'd find there's too much fruits and there's too much lollies and everything. Like fruits, you can always blend. Yeah. Combine with a little bit of yogurt there, or ice cream there, a little bit of 100% juice that you've squeezed from the other fruits, and you make lollies for those who don't consume alcohol, the children in the house, then you know that lollies are going to stay frozen for a while. And during New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, when you go on picnics and stuff, you can just reuse. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to push. The most important thing is to avoid wasting food, because there's so many people that go hungry out there, and there's also a few that have abundance. Yes. So if we teach each other how do we, keep or prolong the lifespan of food in our cupboards, in our refrigerators, and then we are able to use it in the nearby celebration, that's quite ideal, especially in South Africa.
As we are talking, just the smell of the food just keeps
Thank you very much.
Popping up. Tell us about what you have managed to preserve here and the processes that you've gone through.
Okay. I'll start with the pap tart, there next to the dessert. The pap tart, we take almost every household in South Africa, they have meal. Yes. They cook pap. Yes. But then pap should not be boring. We should move away from having makaku fela at home. Yeah. Why not create a tart? Cook pap, layer it in a roast pan like that. Chop your peppers, the extra peppers that you have, your mushroom that you have. Make white sauce, combine them, top it up with some cheese, throw in the oven. As soon as the cheese is melted and is crispy golden brown, then you take it out and you just serve it.
So it's your normal pap, but you've added some peppers? It's normal pap,
we just added some peppers and some mushrooms.
And mushrooms.
Yeah, and white sauce. Yeah. And the nice thing about this is your guests which are not, they don't eat meat, vegetarians, they can also have that, because it's pap, it's as long as you use the right milk and the right cheese for vegetarians, so they can still use that. So that's my start. That's my ideal kind of pap, because we know people get very mad when they yeah, you host them and there's no pap. You can cook all the nice things, but there's going to be one person who's going to ask, but where's the pap?
Yeah,
You know?
So you've also engaged a lot of chicken.
Yes, because chicken is we move away a lot from the fillet. So you'd find that there's fillet that which maybe it was ideally bought for a salad, and there's just an extra that is left over. Then we repurpose that. You just cut it, you butterfly it, cut it into half, and you stuff it with all the other leftovers. It's usually feta cheese that is left over, like the ones that we've used here. Yeah. It's feta cheese, it's green beans, it's sweet corn. So we've just combined the two, and we've stuffed it in the chicken, and we put it in the oven, and there we go. Then we have a nice succulent chicken that which you can have.
And of course the staple crumbed chicken.
Yes.
Always in every home, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. There's always an aunt or a sister who believes they can make better drumstick than that retailer that we know.
Yes. So there's always an attempt.
That's why we always have that in also as much as we can. And then in here we have this is a combination of peppers and fish. You can use your ordinary fish that is left over or tuna, and then you just combine it with your peppers and the leftover beans that you might have, and then you just cut it nicely. It's also ideal for picnic as much as our carrot salad there. Yeah, like those that are going for a picnic on Monday.
It looks very
or on the first of the year.
It looks appealing and it's calling you in.
Definitely. I think it also tastes as good.
Yeah.
And the carrot as well. For those that are going on a picnic on New Year's Day, after the celebrations of New Year's Eve, this is also ideal. What have you got in there? You remember in the olden days, our grandmothers used to bottle a lot of stuff.
Yes, yes.
So we have moved away from that. So we're trying to bring it back to say your picnic basket doesn't have to be boring. You don't have to take your mother's containers because she's going to be mad. Or where are my scarf tins? So that's it. Also looks good and appetizing for a picnic with your meat and a picnic blanket and a cute bottle that which is going to be so easy for you to serve. You just take out your bowl and then you just throw it out. It's salad, and you just serve as is.
Right,
and also,
so you've got a surprise there in that casserole.
Oh no, it's actually just not a surprise. I'm just trying to keep it warm. I'm trying to keep it warm for you. It's actually our lamb.
Oh wow!
That which a lot of people they slaughter.
Yes.
They slaughter a lamb or a cow, and you'd find that people just repackage the portions of lamb and just freeze it. Yes. And then you're stuck with that fridge that's been staying, and you're keeping it in the freezer for too long, and by the time you try to cook it, it's not. But if you prepare it as much as you can, just ideal for a braai, and then just throw in some mint sauce over it, and it's good to go.
I've been speaking of keeping it in the fridge and freezes, and it becomes difficult to cook. I mean, what is an ideal time that you want to cook your lamb so that it's nice and succulent?
There are people that which get overwhelmed by any form of mutton. Yeah. But if it has been frozen and then you defrost it, it's quite easier for you to go back without that overwhelming potent smell of lamb that which a lot of people cannot stand. And they, once because they've experienced lamb that has been slaughtered like a day before, and then or 2 days before, and then you cook it and it's still that's strong and potent. But if it's been in the freezer and it has kept ice, if you defrost it, it's easier. Before you prepare it, just make sure that it's at room temperature. You don't want to throw any form of meat in that which is partially frozen or cold, that which is not room temperature. Right. Because
Why?
The results differ because your meat becomes hard.
Right.
Just think of yourself as being in an ice cold place.
Yes.
And then immediately you're thrown into this heat. Your muscles contract. Right. That's exactly what meat does. Oh, right. So it's quite ideal for you if you pan fry it, if you shallow fry or whatever, deep fry, or if you throw it in a griller in that flame, make sure it's room temperature. It's going to give you a softer texture. and it's going to be easy to bite. It's going to be easy to prepare. You don't have to overkill the meat, you know, just for you to try and make sure that it's cooked.
Fantastic.
It's quite quick to prepare meat unless, I don't know, it's specified that you cook it long, like cow trotters and stuff. Those, because of the bone and the collagen that is surrounding the flesh. But for your steaks, your chops, do not overkill it. We have a problem of overcooking our food in general, and we end up having so much food, but then your body doesn't benefit from the nutrients that are coming from the food because you've killed it in the fire or in the heat.
What's in that jar?
That's tomato relish.
Oh, that's your relish.
That's your relish. It's also ideal for picnics. If you have kids, you're traveling with kids, you keep it in the bottle. On the road, you get your bread and then you just smear and just add a little bit of cheese. You know, it's a good snack. I'm not discouraging fast food, but it's quite nice for people that are traveling with children, especially. And also those are picnicking, or those are, you know, those bring and braai type of setup. Yeah, it's nice because you can always be creative and just put a nice ribbon around it, or just, you know, or thank the host and just present it.
Well, everybody's in the studio is looking forward to that final dish. I think everybody's just talking about that. And I'm the mutton guy myself, but I see everybody is looking forward to what's in the dessert.
Yeah, the dessert is it's the mini Black Forest cake. We are now in an era where don't buy the big cake that's going to be left over, that's going to overwhelm the children and obo auntie baba, you know. Just to, when you look at something, you just want to eat it. But if it's minis like this, it's small sizes that which you take your portion that could be enough for you. You don't have to overdo it. Just throw in fresh fruit, fresh squeezed, either carrot juice or whatever, strawberry juice that you've made. So, yeah, that is what we're all about.
Fantastic. Chef, Christmas Eve leftovers, that stretch. Maybe you can dish this one up for me just a little bit so that I can get a little bit of a taste of it.
Okay, right? and enjoy. Thank you.
Enjoy. That is Chef Itumeleng there. The leftovers that stretch and some of the ideas that you can certainly implement for your New Year's Eve braai, which is just a couple of days out. Well, more news when we return here on the Newzroom Afrika. Thanks for staying.